You guys, I have some very, 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 very exciting news to share with you. I am starting for the very first time the process for cover designs. Oh, like I am outsourcing this job to someone else, and it is very exciting because for all of a Soulmark series, I did those covers and they took a lot of time, and now I don't have to do that. And I am really just, about this process. It's very new. I feel like I'm 5 years old and it is about to be the first day of school and my backpack is by the door. All my stuff is in it and it is arranged perfectly, like the perfect Tetris of all my things. And I just have to wait for the school day to come and begin. And I am like not even low key freaking out. I am so thrilled to be starting this process. Oh God, I bet you cannot tell that I have never done this before. Hello, hi, my name is Rebecca. To those of you who are new here, I write paranormal romance. I have two cats whom I love. I've got a fantastic husband whom I love very much. And I am a self proclaimed social bookworm that really fits my introverted personality and also my spurts of extrovertism. I do think that's a word, actually. Feel free to introduce yourself to me in the comments below. I would love to get to know you better and who's watching these videos and what videos you would like to see more of. Just let me know down below. Okay, let's just go ahead now that the introductions are over and deep dive into what this process has been like so far, aka finding a cover designer, which is step one, probably one of the most important steps, as cannot have someone design my cover if I can't find them. So as I said before, for a Soulmark series, I designed all of the covers myself. This is just what I had to do before. When I started writing the series, my husband and I had just quit our jobs and we had decided to travel the world. We traveled the world for like 2 years. And during that time, our resources were going to traveling and not my writing career, which I don't regret. But because of that, I had to take on a lot of the responsibilities, aka all of the responsibilities that come with self-publishing. And one of those was designing my covers. And I loved doing it. It was a really fun creative project for me to do. However much I love all of my covers, really I do, they're designing book covers is just not my forte. I write, if you didn't know. It's snow that's falling from my building. I don't know if you just heard that, but it's just casual snow falling. What was I saying? I do not have the software or the background to truly make bomb-ass covers that I would like to make. Nor do I feel I have that eye to really make a super slick, like truly cohesive covers for the entire series. It's just, I gave it my all. I did my best, but like, I know somebody else with the actual experience, with the tools, can like knock it out of the park. And so that's what we're doing with Ascent of the Wicked, and that is the journey I am going to take you on today. You're going to see what the process of finding and designing a cover has been like with me so far. I'm really excited to share with you this experience because we're both going through it together. So, where do you start when trying to find a cover designer? The answer is Google, or at least it was for me. I have had some ups and downs in this finding a cover designer journey so far, but I have found someone. But before I share with you who they are, let me show you the few places I found before I landed on my artist. And I can just kind of walk you through what stood out to me from each designer and why I ended up going with my person. Okay, first up. Now, I suppose I should also preface by saying my Google search was very overwhelming. Um, but I did land some cool finds, and this was one of them. Damonza. Um, I mean, let's just take a look at these covers. I found Damonza through a straight Google search, and it was on a list, though I do not quite recall which one. But what got me super excited about this website was this. I have seen this book on Amazon, and I've always been super drawn to it. It is currently on my TBR list. And so I felt like this was a good indication of, oh, if I am drawn to it, then probably going to be drawn to a lot more of their designs. And while I think these covers are just so stellar, I mean, you can tell there's really great quality to them. I just wasn't finding as many with a paranormal romance kind of theme to them, which was such a shame, although I'm sure they could have achieved it because there are some very diverse covers on here. I just thought I wanted someone who was going to be a little more, who was going to cater more to my audience, to you guys. So Damonza was unfortunately out. I was also pleasantly surprised not only to find the Haunting of Bryn Wilder, but an author I like, who I'm an avid reader of. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find her actually on this now. She's kind of, oh, here she is, Beck. I love Beck. And she actually does do paranormal romance, but with a twist because she does it as steampunk. Her books are fantastic. Absolutely go check them out. And yet, this wasn't what I wanted. This wasn't like the vision I had for my next series. I didn't want that standard guy and girl or even just guy like how I did for a Soul Mark series. I wanted something a little more stand out. Yeah. So, Damonza, not exactly a swing and a miss. I would say it was a swing and I tipped the ball and it was a foul ball. So I kept up with my Amazon search. It continued to be overwhelming. But then I went to a couple of my more trusted resource sites that I go to when it comes to marketing, to publishing tips, and just writing craft. And I found through one of their lists, I believe on Kindlepreneur, or maybe it was, I think it was that. Well, covers by Combs. That's who I found on their list. And I like them. I mean, despite what I just said about wanting to go for a different vibe other than a man and a shirtless man at that on my cover, I did like that this seemed to cater to the paranormal romance genre. Like, you get that vibe. Song of Destiny, I can dig that. See, these are nice covers. But despite them being good covers, I just don't find them personally to the higher quality that we just looked at on Demonza. So they do have some standouts. And I did actually reach out to Cover by Combs because I felt that we could, oh, yeah, some of these are just absolutely, but I really like these, and I really like these, and these. So I reached out. Unfortunately, they didn't have any availability in their schedule until August, and that is not when I plan to release Covet the Night. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. But alas, it did not work. So the next artist that I found and that I liked, I actually found them through another YouTuber, author Sarah Sutton, and I'm pretty sure this was the cover artist she used because I looked in her books on that front page, which lists the copyright and whatnot, and there's just snow falling all the time. It's very distracting, I apologize. But she really praised her book designer, and so I thought I would give them a shot. Here they are, the book brander. Right. This is some nice work. Totally in my genre. And what I liked about the book brander is that part of their services is just branding in general, like making sure your series is cohesive. And that really hooked me. That is definitely something I want. These are nice. See, yes, Sarah Sutton, what are friends for? Not in my genre, clearly. She is a contemporary romance, YA, clean, I believe. But I like to follow her. I like to follow her journey, and she gave really high praise to this site. So, look at these. They're great. Again, not exactly the complete vision I had going. I definitely want to stand out in the genre, and I think that means not just having a bare-chested male on the cover. And one of the reasons I want to do that, to kind of veer away from that, is because I feel like this next series can appeal to an even wider audience. Yes, much romance will be had, But there's also going to be a lot of politics and drama and suspense. And I think a lot of people are going to really, really enjoy this series. And a lot of what draws people in is that first glance. It's got to come from the cover. So I have to find the right one. Now, with this author, I had trouble contacting them. I tried. And maybe their site just wasn't working a few weeks ago when I reached out, but I kept getting an error message every time I tried. So then I went to their Facebook page, applied to be in the group, kind of sent a post, but then I never heard back from them. And so my search continued. But this next one is the one. And I found them through another author, Allie Winters. A while back, I did a little author-to-author interview via my newsletter, Rebecca's Readers. She writes in paranormal romance. I was featuring her latest debut, which was Vampire's Debt, I believe. Or maybe that is wrong. I'll post it here. Anyway, she had posted on Facebook. This was like, I don't know, someone high above was just like, oh, you need a cover designer. Well, apparently so did Allie, because Allie sent out a blast on our Facebook page and she was just asking for a pre-made cover. She had realized she wanted to like do this series and she was writing a story already and she just wanted a pre-made cover for it. And a bunch of designers replied. She wanted something that was in paranormal romance. And I checked out a few of the people who responded. Some of them were pretty big misses for me. But then I found her. Goes by Seventh Star Art. Her name is Stephanie. And I mean, I just knew right away, looking through her portfolio, that this this had to be mine. I needed her. I needed her to do my covers. If you caught my last video, which I will link below, you know that for Covet the Night, that the Rue are, how I like to phrase them, beautiful and deadly. And are these covers beautiful and deadly, right? Oh man, they just stand out. I really like these sort of singular images, like these bright golds or that silver gleam. I want to find the one that just captured my heart. Oh, here it is. Risen. It's so hard to describe like why I'm so taken and drawn to this cover. Like if I saw this on Amazon, I would absolutely click. There is something so stark about this butterfly, drenched and dripping in gold, that just captivates. And it literally steals your attention. So I got in contact with Stephanie and we are full steam ahead. And I'm very excited, which brings me to the second part in this journey. What do you do once you find your cover designer? So the first step at least in our process, her process, was just kind of, I suppose, just really shooting the shit. We wanted to see if we were going to get along well, if we were going to be able to work together well. Being the little eager beaver that I am, I was very complimentary and I was just on my best behavior, trying to leash my enthusiasm so I did not scare her off. I let her know what my book was about, just gave her a very brief synopsis and what I was kind of going for. I wanted to see blacks and golds and reds. I loved the idea of having that kind of one singular striking image, and I really wanted to convey this beautiful and deadly imagery. And we got along so well. She was really excited with the vision I had painted. I'm really glad I leashed my enthusiasm because I could have gone into way more detail, pages of detail of what I was hoping to convey. But also through this process, you get to actually give examples. You get to show what covers you do like, what you are drawing inspiration from, and what you're hoping to achieve. And I found that really, really helpful. Let me actually go into my email and I can share with you a couple of the book covers that ended up actually inspiring me, the ones that I shared with her. Ooh, you guys are really getting a behind the scenes glimpse. Not even a glimpse. This is a full on, you're getting the look. Curtains are drawn. You're here with me. This is really fun. I'm really enjoying this. Okay. In the email. Okay. I shared 4 with her. The first one was Den of Vipers. I'll put that up right here. Right, this is beautiful and deadly. Maybe a little more on the deadly side, but I like it that way. I think I want to convey that a little bit more than the beauty. The next one, ooh, yes. I'll put it up here this time. Red Queen. This series is also on my TBR. Guys, right? I mean, yes. This is standout to me. Although personally, for what I hope to do for Ascent of the Wicked is to have a darker background, I do think this white really plays well with this cover. Ooh, next I actually, I'll put it up right here, is one that she had already created called the Hidden Mage series. This is book 4. She has all 4 of the covers up, but I really liked this pop of color. I was surprised at how much I liked this pop of color. And if she does a pop of color, I did request it to be red because, I mean, vampires, guys. I feel like I do have to stay true to that much, at least. If I'm not going with the shirtless men, then I do think I should find other ways to convey that it is going to be paranormal, and that subtlety I am hoping will come through red. And it might be through blood. Who knows? I do not, because she is still working on the cover. Oh, let's see, what else did she kind of ask? I can let you guys know. She asks for a target audience. Let's see, guys. So I let her know that. She asked for mood. So I said beautiful and deadly. I really wanted it to, or at least I hoped, to play up this kind of dark royalty, dark court setting, although I'm not sure in what way she will do that or if she will do that. I just want something to convey a sort of like uber luxe and like hedonistic and also deadly. Have I not said that enough by now? I definitely did in my last video. And I gave her some of like my specific ideas and visions. But overall, I'm just really open to her advice and her expertise. I've never done this before. And she clearly has the portfolio. She's got the background. She does it, and she does it so well. And I think if I allow her to kind of really take the reins, she's not going to lead me astray. So that is where I am in the process. I have found my designer. We have talked. I have paid her a deposit. She is on the books. And I'm really, 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 really excited to go on in this process and see what she comes up with and see what this cover is going to be. She did share with me that one of the elements I suggested that I had kind of envisioned, I gave her a few. Like I said, I wanted to have that kind of one focal image. Yeah, that. I gave her a list of things that I felt would play well with the story, and she told me which one she was going to go with. I'm not telling you. I am. It's going to be fantastic. I just know it. And I think you are going to love it too. That's all. I think I should have an update for you come end of March. And at that point, well, I don't know if you can hear that. Someone is now vacuuming outside, so I'm going to wrap it up. Come March, end of March, early April, I should have an update on this cover design process. I'll let you know what we look for in the revisions, or if there are any revisions. Maybe I just love it and we're like, this is it. This is perfection. And we'll go from there. I am going to keep up this kind of behind the scenes look into my writing process, into writing this story, and what I am doing to make it an incredible launch. And I really hope you guys stick around and that you enjoy it. Be sure to like this video if you are just like, I want to also get a cover designer for a book if you enjoyed this journey, and subscribe. Have a great day, you guys. Later.